Ladies and gentlemen, I owe you an apology. Yesterday, I posted a video for the tiebreaks of round 5 and there was no audio. But I am 100% certain that you can hear this. Otherwise, this looks hysterical. But we're in round 6. We are at the quarterfinals. The players can taste those candidate spots. And there was some solid chess today, which meant there's one decisive game, which I'm going to show you now, and then I'm going to log off and play the opening rapid roulette. I may even be live while you're watching this. Check it out. But it was Nodirbek Yakubboev versus Alexander Donchenko. Yakubboev has the white pieces. He plays d4. We get knight f6, c4, g6, f3, which looks interesting, but this is a King's Indian. And King's Indian is fighting stuff. So the f3 is a move. We get c5, which I have seen before. We're kind of transitioning, not quite to Grunfeld, but to kind of anti-Grunfeld ideas. We get like a Benoni structure. It's a very interesting opening. Like, look at this. Knight to e2, and then knight e to to c3. Crazy stuff. We get a capture in the center. We get a6. Now you must play a4. I would say well-known stuff. You don't want black to then get all of the space on the queen side. You have to fight back. And now knight to h5 is the right idea, but the wrong timing. You're looking to get in on the dark squares and open everything up. But it gives white a significant edge. White has to capitalize by playing g4. Which looks silly, because you allow this check. But you can play king d2, and you're fine. But we get queen e2. A bit of a miss there. Now bishop to d4. Now you can't castle short. The bishop is well secured. Now we get g4. And now queen h4 check is the wrong move, because king d1. That was the idea of queen to e2. Knight back to f6. And now king to c2. King just goes for run, because there's no point castling. We're now just in a bare knuckle fight. Knight fd7, we get the bishop out. We have to continue with development, and now we're targeting black's main weakness. So queen drops back to f6, which simultaneously hits the bishop and defends the pawn. Bishop drops back, offering an exchange. We don't trade on our terms, and now neither do we. Knight to d2. We would rather be taken than take you, and open up the c-file towards our king. So queen h4, now we don't trade. Now we're looking to target the knight. h5. We maneuver the bishop back, and we play takes, rook takes, and now h4. Rook a7. Really random move, but you struggle to develop, because your knight can't really come out, neither can your bishop. You're really struggling to develop. The best move is to play king f8 and like castle by hand, and give white a move. Where they'll probably play something like, f4 is an idea, king b1 is an idea, a5 is an idea. White really has a significantly easier position to play, and now it is much better on the clock, particularly after rook to a7. We have a5 taking space. Now b5 is not possible. b3 is not possible until you enable it through some manner. b5 is possible, because you can take, rook slides over. Now that pawn is under attack. We remove the knight. The bishop comes in, and now look at that. Now we can plant our knight in. It simultaneously attacks this and defends this. Oh dear. Oh dear. Now the computer doesn't say this is a mistake, but you see the eval bar shoot up. It's a really difficult position to take. It looks like you've just, won your pawn back. But I can take the bishop. Split these. And now you've got massive problems, because while my king is weak, positionally, you are stuck. Not to mention you've got two pieces who haven't moved and a rook on b7. So queen e3 targets the weakness, defends all of this that is needed. Rook takes, b4. I don't care that it might weaken my queen. You can't take it. You might think, but what about rook takes? Well, then queen takes c5 is a problem, because I hit the bishop and I hit the rook. Thank you. So you can't take that pawn. Knight d7. Now we can take back. Rook comes in and push. Knight eventually gets into the game. It's too late. I'm winning on all three sides of the board. And Nodirbek Yakubboev gets up a piece. And he picks this up. And the king is too weak. There's too many weaknesses. And we end with rook takes g6. He sacrifices the rook. Rook takes g6. The idea is you can't really take this because you lose, basically. So you've got queen d8 first. That at least picks the rook back up with check, because king would have to come up and then we can pick this back up. So rook takes g6. You can take it, but you can't take it. Knight drops back. Now queen d8 is not possible and is defended, but check. Rook slides over, rook b4, f6, and there's just too many threats, and this is just a fork. And we'll be up two pieces. My bishop and all the infiltration points you have are defended. Nodirbek Yakubboev wins. He was the only person to win today. There was a draw between Sam Shanklin and Andrei Esipenko. Shanklin had the white pieces, so Esipenko will have the white pieces tomorrow. Wei Yi and Arjun Erigaisi had a draw. Wei Yi had the white pieces, so Arjun will get them tomorrow. And Yakovar Sindarov had the white pieces against Jose Martinez. That game also ending in a draw. But how exciting has the World Cup been? As I'm just clicking onto this game just to have a better backdrop. This game, this tournament has been phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. We've got underdogs. We're going to have three candidates that have never played the candidates before. We're not going to have Alireza Firouzja. We're not going to have Jan Nepomniachtchi. We're not going to have Vincent Keimer. And many, many more. We're not going to have Hans Niemann. But we are having three of these 8 gentlemen that remain. Absolutely crazy to think. But let me know in the comments who your current favorite is to win it all.